Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking you along as we ride over 2,700 miles across the country to visit our son. So we start our journey at the iconic Los Angeles Union Station. This station has been in many movies and TV shows, as well as hosting the Oscars in 2019. The station takes you back in time for sure. As you can see, we are booked in the sleeper car accommodations, so we actually went straight up to the Metropolitan Lounge to grab a few snacks before we leave. We find the Metropolitan Lounge upstairs by taking the elevators near the rental car area. Soon after we arrive in the Metropolitan Lounge, we're told that we are ready for boarding. So we head on over to the train. We put our things away quickly and prepare for bed. It's after 11 p.m. by the time we get all settled.
Alright, we found our room here, and it is a bedroom on this Texas Eagle. It is so spacious. We usually travel in a roomette. I can already tell this is going to be going in style. This is Allie's bed down here. She's actually sitting over there. And my bed's going to be right up here. We're going to show you all that in the morning, but just wanted to give you a little feel for how big this room is. And this train takes off at 10 p.m. so as soon as we take off, everyone's going to be heading to bed, waking up. We lose an hour going into mountain time, and we'll grab breakfast and get situated on the train.
Okay, first fresh air break of the trip. We are in Tucson, Arizona, and it is, I think, like 8:30-ish in the morning, a little before that. But we just woke up because there was a time difference. We're in mountain time now. So yeah, gotta get used to that. We got one more hour, one more time change, probably overnight to Central Time and to the time that we'll be in Chicago. So that's not too bad. 2 time changes instead of 3, but here on the platform I'm gonna get a couple of steps in real quick before we run over and get some breakfast. Meals are included with your ticket in sleeper car accommodations. There are lots of great food options to choose from, different menus. Breakfast has lots of great options with eggs and meat and bread of some sort. And you can also choose from French toast, and sometimes there are pancakes depending on which train you're on. But this one in particular has some really great breakfast options, so we're going to enjoy that. So let's take a walk over to the Sightseer Lounge, which is also known as the Observation Car. This is a fun place to hang out during the day. Passengers from coach and the sleeper cars can use this space, and in the downstairs area, you will also find the snack car or the cafe area where you can purchase some extra items if for sleeper car passengers. If you need a little something extra or whatever, you can purchase at the cafe. Otherwise, your meals, the rest of your meals are included. There's big picture windows in the observation car. There's also table setups, but our favorites are the seats that face the window, and you're looking straight out at the beautiful views.
Your sleeping car accommodation. When moving about the train, keep one hand free so you can hold onto the seat backs for stability. Also, shoes must be worn when you move about the train. If you're enjoying any type of multimedia, folks, headphones are required. This is a family train, so please watch your content, watch your language, please be mindful of those around you.
Okay, we're taking a little bit longer fresh air break here in El Paso. As you saw, we drove past the border wall there, and now we're just here on the platform getting some fresh air. We are on board the Texas Eagle, which will take us from Los Angeles to Chicago in 4 days and 3 nights. We spent a total of 66 hours on board, and we paid $2,200 for this ride in the 40 square foot room. So let's go ahead and take a tour of our bedroom. Okay guys, so you saw last night we hopped on in the evening and basically went right to bed after we got all settled in. So I'm going to give you a tour of what the room looks like during the daytime. And I'm going to show you one of the best features, I think, of the bedroom is that you not only have windows on this side, which you can sit here with the seats, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but at the door, you actually can see out the window right there. So that's really cool. And I do like your lock here. Make sure that you flip the one down and then the other one over. Then you've got your own sink here in the room and your mirror right here, and you've got light switches here on and off, and there's actually 2 outlets here, but as you know, we've got our travel buddy here. So I've got, what do I have, 1 2 3 4 things plugged in there, and I have one more spot which I'm not currently using, but we are charging things right there. So that's your whole vanity area here and the sink, and then there are towels down here and a trash can right here, and then in here is just some extras like soap and extra toilet paper. And that's a bonus because we do have a bathroom in here. So this is one of the seats here, and this seat folds up and turns up against the wall so that it's out of the way, so you can go to the bathroom easily in the night. You can also leave it there because the bathroom door still opens and does clear it. As you can see, you can leave it there and see there's still clearance for the bathroom door if you don't want to fold that up. You've also got the big couch or like double seats here. Look at how big those are. It's actually enormous. I'm sleeping down here and I actually feel bad because it's really, really big compared to Rob's space upstairs. And here is the closet. This is where we're keeping our blankets and pillows during the day. And then here, we've got an outlet here, but I found it challenging that it wasn't holding our plug, so it was just falling out. So that's how come I put it at the vanity. And then we've got temperature control here. You can make it a little cooler or warmer. It just kind of closes the vents off a little bit. It doesn't control a ton, but it will change the room temperature just a little bit. And then we've got a light right there, so that's good. And then on this side, you have your attendant button here. Ooh, it's a little bright from the sun. And we've got our ceiling light and a night light. You can just flip this button and it will control that. And then here, do not forget, like I did last night when I came in, to turn this to 0 and volume all the way down so that you don't hear the announcements in the first thing in the morning. That's what woke me up this morning when we got to Tucson, was the announcement. So I quickly flipped that, and that is now off. And then there's another night light here. And then there's the tray here where you can pull this out and you can have lunch right here, or dinner, or breakfast, or you can use it as a regular table. And then we've also got, get that in there, and then we've also got this area here. You've got a night light, or a reading light I should say, right here as well. And then there's this nice shelf here. Right now we're storing some snacks, which we don't really need because they give you so much food on this train, you don't even need snacks. And then we've got our jackets up here too, just bundled up. We are in January headed to Chicago, so it is going to be a little bit nippy when we get there. This is Rob's bed here. Let's see if we can get to it. Now, during the daytime, my mattress is stored up here. So this is the big old mattress. This is the width. Look at how big that is. It's almost as big as Rob's bed is long. So that's this, and this bed goes all the way from there to here, and then as you can see, there's a little bit of space right there. So it doesn't go all the way to the window. So it's a little bit shorter than it would normally be. So that's up there. And then also the ladder is stored up here as well. That goes out and to the ground. So that's that. We'll put that up. So that's basically what the room looks like during the daytime. Okay, so We're gonna take a look at this bathroom real quick. Right here, it is a commode and a shower all in one. And this curtain, you pull that across and it snaps actually into the side here. You see those little snaps all the way down. Now, if you're thinking toilet paper is going to get wet while you're showering, it is not, because they have this little flap plexiglass kind of door here that covers up the toilet paper, which is right up here. And then you've got your shower head right there, and towels are stored there. So they do suggest that you sit to shower in here, because you could fall over very easily, but there is also a bar that you can hold on to if you need that. And you can always just go downstairs if you feel like this might not work out for you. You could use the bigger shower downstairs where the other restrooms are as well. So you can always use some of the other amenities that are on the train. You don't have to only use what's in your room.
Is getting to be nighttime now, so we're gonna make up our room into the nighttime arrangement and show you what that looks like. But an interesting thing is gonna happen on this train overnight. When we get to San Antonio, the train will split into two, because this is actually the Sunset Limited is the front part of the train, Texas Eagle is the back part of the train, and that's what we're on. So split them in two. They'll each get an engine and they'll each get a dining car, and we'll go north and they'll go east. And then in the morning, our train is going to change from traditional dining, which we've had, to flexible dining. So we will be getting the kind of more microwaved meals. So we'll be able to compare what that's like and see if they've done any changes. We did those last year, did enjoy them. So I am kind of looking forward to seeing what that's all about. But this train will be splitting in half, and it'll take a couple hours tonight in the middle of the night in San Antonio to do that. So hopefully we'll sleep through it, wake up, and already be on our way to Chicago. Beds are made up. Time to crawl up there and show you around a little bit. First thing though is, how do we get up there? We have this ladder, and that differs from the roomette, that there's an actual ladder instead of stairs that you step on. So because of the skinniness of the room here, the ladder does have to go on this end, which is by the window, which means your head has to go on the other end by the door, or you'll have a really hard time getting out. So we're gonna go in head first, like you would do, go up the ladder, and this is what it looks like up here. So there is a little bit more room, I will say. Got a light up here, let me turn that on. There's a little bit more room above the head, which is really nice, because in the roomette it is very, very tight. You feel like you almost can't even flip over at all. Another thing that you might be interested to see is that this mattress is quite a bit thicker. So I noticed that the mattress was quite a bit more comfortable. You have more space. Those are some pretty good upgrades from the roomette. Now, having more space up here means the person below has a little bit less space, but their bed is wider, so they do have that going for them. The thing that I really do miss though from the roomette is that there is no like bag or pouch up here to hold your glasses anywhere. So there's just really, all you have is that light. There's nothing on the wall over here. So to make up for that, I'm gonna have to back up here and show you. I have all my stuff hanging in this white bag right here, and I have some snacks on this luggage rack over here too. But those are kind of inconvenient to get to in the middle of the night, and I will say that getting down this ladder is a little bit tougher than getting down the stairs in the roomette that are just kind of stationary and built into the room. This is a little bit thinner, so it's a little bit harder to get down. But overall, it's a good trade because you have a lot more room to sleep and move around, and you hit your head a lot less often than in the roomette. That's the one thing I wish we had, was a little bag up here, but overall this is for being on the top bunk, this is definitely the way to go. So I'm gonna have Allie show you what is different with the lower berth now, and she's gonna show you around.
Okay, hey, we're gonna go down here. So as I told you earlier, look at how big this is. Woo! It goes on, it seems like forever. It's bigger than a twin size bed for sure. As far as the width, the length is probably about the same. But keep in mind too that the nice thing is you've got the bathroom in here at night, so you don't have to leave the room to go to the restroom at night, because it's going to be really hard to do with this tiny little space. I basically can, I mean, you have to squeeze through there, but I can get my leg through. I can walk through if I'm facing the vanity. You can walk through and get out of the room if you had to for some reason while the bed is made, but pretty comfortable down here. And as Rob said, there's a little less headroom here, so I do, and as you know, I'm not very tall, I'm 5'4", so my head basically, I have a bun in my hair right now, so it's basically being pushed back like this when I'm underneath here, while when I'm in the roomette, I can sit up with my hair in my bun like this at night and not have any trouble at all. So there's a little bit less room, like he said, down here, and he's got a little bit more up there, which is nice for him up there to have a little bit more space so that he doesn't constantly hit his head while he's up there. So that's kind of the setup for nighttime. It's a pretty nice setup, and as I mentioned before too, this chair here is folded up. If you remember, it was sitting out. So there's a lot more room here. You can see now all that space between that chair and the bathroom. So that's pretty much it for the nighttime setup. Now we're gonna put our PJs on. I'm gonna wash my face, do my whole nighttime face routine, which is nice because we've got our own little sink in here. And then I'll be ready for bed, and we'll be ready to break up with the Sunset Limited early in the morning and head up north to Chicago to see our son. All right, it is sunny and bright here in Austin, Texas. Gotten off here for a little fresh air break, walking around. Still a little bit groggy, just woke up. That time change really gets you 2 hours, so check it out right here. So in the night, we went ahead and dropped off the people from the Sunset Limited. Now we're down to just one engine here, and our car is in the front instead of the back now.
Good morning. I just woke up, and Allie has already been to breakfast. Was kind enough to bring me back some to the room, so we have a breakfast sandwich here, which I think I'm going to eat. I also have part of the flexible dining 3 cheese omelet breakfast, and the continental yogurt and muffin. So I think I'm going to try this breakfast sandwich, which looks pretty good. It's still warm. That is pretty good. We just left Austin, and San Antonio stop was pretty I don't know, it was just
Eventful?
Eventful, yeah. Yes, they were unhooking the trains, and we've done that one before, but this one, there's always a little bump when they hook them back together, and the bump seemed pretty big, almost like a crash, it felt like. But it was definitely something that would wake you up. But we got right back to sleep, no problem, and actually slept pretty well for how much moving we did. And now we're gonna have breakfast and enjoy the day.
are stopped for another fresh air break here in Texas. We are in Temple, picking up quite a few people here. Our train is considerably smaller now, so everybody's getting crammed into all the little spaces. But we're just gonna get a little bit of fresh air here. It's a little bit colder than I was expecting, so I didn't put my jacket on. So I probably won't last as long as Rob.
Join us here at Temple. Welcome aboard Amtrak Train 22. They doing just a couple of reminders. No smoke aboard Amtrak Train 22. Smoking or vaping are not allowed on 22 ladies. The next smoke break stop is Fort Worth. Fort Worth will be our next smoke break stop. Also, they don't must wear shoes at all times and walk about the train. Please remember the exterior doors and windows are closed at all times. That's all by Amtrak employer in an emergency. Also, ladies and gentlemen, all your bathrooms are located in the middle of each car and down the stairs right after you boarded the train. And for those passengers who have small children, we ask you please keep them close to you, prevent them from running, jumping, or climbing. Careful occasionally side to side, forward to backwards, and it is easy enough to get hurt. Please monitor your children's whereabouts at all times.
Well, we've just stopped here in Fort Worth Central Station, and they're fueling up our train right back there behind me, that yellow truck. And we're gonna walk around here. We have about 30 minutes because we're running on schedule, so that's really cool. I do see a train car over there. I'm gonna see if I can go into that because that looks cool, and see what else I can do for a few minutes. Get some steps. Rob's back there taking pictures. I don't know if you can spot him. And yeah, we'll try to get some steps here and see what else we can do around here. So while we're here getting some steps in, we notice the Heartland Flyer is down here, loading up here in Fort Worth and headed over to Oklahoma City with stops in Dallas in between. All right, so we just ran into one of our top attendants, Eric, and he's on this train here. And it actually turns out that I've lied to you. It is not the Heartland Flyer. It is actually the Texas Eagle, but it's going the other way. So they're headed to San Antonio while we are still headed over to Chicago. We have reached the end of our journey. We made it across 7 states, 2,728 miles. It's the longest train journey in North America, second only to the Canadian, the trade ride across Canada. We have done that ride as well on Via Rail, so make sure you check that one out here on the channel. We do think that the journey across the country on the Texas Eagle was worth it. What do you guys think? Would you ride in a 40 square foot room across the country on a train? Let us know down in the comments. We do have lots more videos here on the channel from our train journeys in America and all over the world. Be sure to subscribe and join us for more trips.